Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was a bright Monday morning. London bustled with its usual rhythm, black cabs slicing through traffic, suited workers clutching coffees, and the Thames shimmering in the early autumn sun. But inside the Good Morning Britain studio, the air felt unusually tense. Susanna Reid shuffled her notes. Beside her, Ed Balls stared at the screen just off camera, lips pressed into a thin line. At exactly 8:03 a.m., the cheerful jingle of GMB was abruptly cut off. "Ladies and gentlemen," came the calm but urgent voice of the producer, "we're going live with breaking news." The screen flickered. The headline appeared in bold red. "Breaking. Labour leader Keir Starmer faces major party revolt." The studio lights dimmed slightly as Susanna leaned into the camera, voice steady but with a note of disbelief. "We're receiving reports this morning of a major internal revolt within the Labour Party. Several senior shadow cabinet members have resigned in protest over what they are calling a catastrophic failure of leadership." Ed Balls looked stunned. "We're hearing this live, just like you are. This isn't a reshuffle. This is a full-blown mutiny." Cut to a live feed outside Parliament. Dozens of reporters crowded around a cluster of Labour MPs who looked visibly shaken. A few shouted questions. One voice pierced through the noise. "Has Starmer resigned?" The MPs exchanged glances. No one answered. Back in the studio, GMB's phones were lighting up. Political analysts, MPs, insiders, everyone had something to say, but nobody knew the full story. The control room buzzed with tension. Susanna turned to Ed. "You were in government. You know how these things go. Could this actually be the end of Starmer's leadership?" Ed hesitated, then said slowly, "It's worse than that. This could tear the party apart. There's clearly been something boiling under the surface, and now it's erupted, live in front of the nation." Just then, another update flashed on the screen. "Breaking. Leaked memo alleges secret dealings with private donor. Starmer under investigation." The studio fell silent. This is a political earthquake," Susanna said quietly. Viewers across the country sat stunned, spoons halfway to mouths, toast forgotten. On social media, the hashtag Starmergate began trending instantly. Twitter was ablaze. Some called for his resignation. Others accused the media of a witch hunt. Suddenly, GMB cut to a statement being read by a visibly pale Keir Starmer himself. He stood in front of a plain Labour Party backdrop, his voice gravelly but composed. "There are allegations being made this morning which I take extremely seriously. I categorically deny any wrongdoing and will cooperate fully with any investigation. I have always acted in the best interests of this party and the British people. However, to avoid distraction at this critical time, I am temporarily stepping aside as leader until the matter is resolved." The broadcast ended as abruptly as it had started. Back in the studio, Ed ran a hand through his hair. "I never thought I'd see this. Not like this. Just months from a general election, and Labour is without a leader." Susanna nodded gravely. "The question now is, can Labour survive this? And what happens next?" As the show resumed its normal programming, weather, celebrity gossip, a segment about dog yoga, viewers knew they had just witnessed the beginning of a political storm. Outside, the sky was still blue, the city still moving, but in Westminster, the winds were changing fast. And for Keir Starmer, the storm had only just begun.